negotiating with him and trying to convince him to do the right thing. At the end of the day, we need to get this done. And we're going to get this done. So let's go. Let's move on forward. And that's what Abigail did. And so I'm going to get right on to the story because I realize we're going a little long here. And another thing it says that whenever you're trying to negotiate with somebody. Now, this is just a little business tip for all of you guys, ladies. And when you're trying to negotiate with somebody, you need to go bring forth, what you have to offer before you start talking about what you can do. Okay, let me say that one more time. Present what you have to offer before you start talking about what you can do. All right? And because if you really want someone to listen, you come and you bring for a gift, then people, you'll have their attention. All right? But if you go there and say, hey, look, I need to talk to you, and you're empty-handed, they might say, hey, look, I don't have no time for you. Or, hey, who like neighbors say, who the hell you think you guys are? Abigail, this is that virtuous wisdom. This is that wise woman here. This is how she's moving. She's moving very shrewdly and intellectually smart. So she said, I'm going to send the stuff first, then I'm going to come behind it. Okay? And she said, go on before me, behold, I come after you. But she told not her man Nabal. And it was so that she rode on the ass, and she came down to the covert of the hill, and behold, David and his men came down against her. And she met them. Now David had said, surely in vain have I guarded all this fellow has in the wilderness, so that nothing was missed of all that pertained to him. And as he required me evil for good, so more do Elohim unto the enemies of David, if I leave any that pertained to him by the morning light that pisseth against the wall. Now we say, I'm going to wipe out every single man in that damn household, including those servants, I might add. And when Abigail saw David, she hasted and lighted up and got off the ass and fell before David on her face and bowed herself to the ground. Look how humble this virtuous woman is. Ladies, there's something about a meek and humble spirit when you got to deal with a conflict with a man. You'll be surprised that those say you get more bees with honey than with salt. I think I said that right. But see, there's something about being a humble spirit. She wasn't a fool. She was extremely wise in her wisdom. She knew, hey, look, I can't go tit for tat with this man. So I have to be smart enough to say, no, let me go in a meek and humble way to get this man attention, to reason with this man, to persuade this man in the path that I need this man to take. How about that for influence? She didn't challenge him directly. And she said, and she fell up, and she said, and she fell and fell at his feet and said unto me, my Lord, upon me let this iniquity be. And let your handmaid, I pray, speak in your audience and hear the words of your handmaiden. And watch this wisdom from Abigail. Let not, my Lord, I pray, regard this man of ignorance, Nabal, for his name as he is. Nabal is his name, and folly is with him. Now, whoo! This woman is laying out her man. So, and who knows a man like the woman who lays next to him, right? She's saying this dude is a fool. And he's about to get all of us killed. And if I can do anything to stop it, I'm going to stop it. And women, y'all know men like that, unfortunately. And some of you men, you ought to be kissing the ground that your woman walks on, because she probably saved your butt from many, many days of trouble. You know I'm right. All right? If she's a woman of wisdom, if she's a virtuous woman. Now, you got some women who will lead you right off the damn pit to hell. All right? A wicked one. Now, therefore, my Lord, as Yahuwah lives and your soul lives, seeing Yahuwah has withheld you from coming to shed blood and from avenging yourself with your own hand, let your enemies and they that seek evil to my Lord be as Nabal. Now, she's telling them, let your enemies be like him, not like me and those who are of my mindset. And now this blessing which your handmaid has brought unto your feet, my Lord, let it be given unto the young men that follow my Lord. I pray, and forgive the transgression of your handmaiden. Now she hadn't committed anything against David. But see, again, being humble, being meek, walking in love, walking in wisdom. Because that's what love looks like. Love is not some, kissy, slobbery, wallowing in the damn bed, you know what I'm saying? Huggy, tickle each other's toes. That's romance, but that's not love. See, love is it's about sacrifice. For Yahuwah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. See that? He gave up a life. That was what love looks like. This, and I think today it's conflated. We don't know the difference between, most of us don't know the difference between love, and romance. Or even worse, love and lust. We just interchange those words like it's all the same, and it's not the same. Totally different. Love is about sacrifice. It's about true, pure sacrifice. Laying down yourself to uplift another. How many of you guys know that kind of love? How many of you guys have ever demonstrated that kind of love? And when I say you guys, trust me, DFG is right in the middle of this conversation, okay? So when I say us, I mean me as well as I mean us, all right? For those cherry pickers out there who want to say, well, are you a virtuous man? No. Do I strive to please Yah? Yes. Do I have a heart for Yah? Yes. Do I have a heart for mankind? Yes. Am I a servant to mankind, even in the leadership role that I'm coming? Yes. Do I believe in giving them second, third, fourth? Yes. Will I change my position, even if I'm right, to help them, or even if it's a policy or the law, and will I not execute them even though they violated it? Yes. I will not execute them all the time. That's probably a demonstration of love. It's time for all things, as Solomon told us in Ecclesiastes, right? Okay? Let me move on. So Yahuwah will certainly make my Lord a sure house, because my Lord fights the battle of Yahuwah. See, this is what a man should be doing. See, brothers, we don't have no time out here fighting these little immature reputation battles. These positioning battles. These pride battles. We should be fighting the battles of Yah. In other words, spiritual warfare. We should be looking into the matter spiritually, and we should execute ourselves in a position of strength based off of what Yah has taught and has shown us to be. That's why our history book is so important, because it teaches us to be men. Without this book, you know nothing about manhood. You know some cowboy, Hollywood, entertainment, foolishness, some buffoonery, some war story, some gangster story, some dead-end debt, horrific, bitter, bloody gut story, lie that can get you incarcerated or to the grave before your time. Manhood lie. This is how you learn real manhood. And guess what? Yeah, it is about David was coming in there to kill everything that pissed against the wall. It does not make you emasculated or effeminate. This book is for men. But it will teach us what manhood looks like in every essence of manhood. And where we fall short, this is what will get us back on the right track. Thus says Yah. Now I'm gonna let you finish reading the rest of this. I'm gonna abbreviate from here on to wrap this up. But David listened to Abigail. He said, and Abigail convinced David, to turn around, and he took the gift that she gave. He was satisfied with that. Abigail went back home. Nabal was drinking and having a party that particular night, so she didn't tell him what she had done till the very next morning against her wisdom, because you go tell a drunken man, something he don't want. He'd lie to burn down the whole house and, be fighting with every damn body. So she was wise enough to wait till the next morning, and then she told him, hey, this is what I did, and here's why I did it. Because had I not done this, we'd all be dead right now. And when she told him this, he had a stroke. He had a stroke. And for 10 days, man could not move. And on the 10th day, at the end of the 10th day, Yahweh killed his butt. Yeah, Yahweh killed his ass. You know why? Because the scripture says, vengeance is mine, I shall repay. Yahweh killed him for disrespecting David. Isn't that something? See, that's why he said that, see, a man of Yah is not to be played with. A woman of Yah is not to be played with. Because after he died, guess what? She became a widow. And Abigail ended up, guess what? With David as his wife. Yes, sir. Because she was a beautiful woman. And David, part of this story, when you read the rest of these verses, David told us, if anything ever changes, I'm coming back for you, or you come to me. And she said, you better believe I'm going to come to you, because you're a righteous man. You're not going to mess up your reputation behind no foolishness, behind no folly, behind, getting angry and making a poor decision today that can come back and haunt you tomorrow. Wink, wink, brothers. This is what this wise wisdom woman told this man, not male, this masculine man. She told him, look, masculine man, don't make no fool of yourself. Think about your future. You know what I'm saying? And this was not his mama talking to him, by the way. And some of you brothers are like, nobody can talk to you but your mama, like your little kids. If you got a woman on your side, listen to her. If you have a woman as a friend and she's got wisdom and she's a virtuous woman, listen to her. All right? I don't mean that she drags you around the nose, and pull you all over the place. No, I'm talking about hear her. Because she may have something to tell you, to warn you about, that can save you and your household. Because she told David, don't make no decision today that can mess you up down the road. When you become king, and you will become king one day, man. So she prophesied into his future. See, a good woman going to prophesy into a man's future. Baby, get up. You got this in. You're going to get this done. I don't care. No matter what comes against you, you're going to do it, because I'm going to be right here encouraging you on and on and on. That's what Abigail told David in a roundabout kind of way. And David, she was a beautiful woman, but David was more emphatic and more entranced with her wisdom, her knowledge, her behavior, her courtesy, her love, her meek and humble spirit, but yet boldness. It took a lot of guts for her to do what she did. She went up against a man who was coming with murder on his mind and talked him out of it in love. And because he was a man of wisdom, he was able to exhale and embrace her, at least her wisdom. And later on, she became his wife. And the fool, the folly man, Nabal, ended up in the grave with all of that money, all that wealth, all of which he had, didn't do a damn thing for him. What is the profit of man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? You remember that? All right, I'm going to close this thing down. May Yah bless you. May Yah guard you. May Yah shine his face upon you. May he give you grace and mercy. May Yah light his countenance upon you. And may Yah give you peace. Love you guys. DFG. Bye now. Talk to you soon. Share this message.